Hi, my name's Anita Majumder, and I play Horatia in this production of Hamlet. And I also am the illustrator of the sort of art exhibit that we're hosting here in the lobby of the Rose. This is a commission that the Shakespeare Company and Hit and Myth Productions commissioned me to do early in the pandemic. It was such a hit on Instagram that we did 2 series. And so we're kind of showing some of the best hits of that series here in the lobby. So when I was illustrating Ophelia, we actually went through a bunch of versions of Ophelia, and nothing quite landed until we start to really think about what Ophelia is sort of synonymous with and what her internal struggle is. And I started thinking a lot about not just the sort of the feelings of drowning, but it's also the sort of abstract ideas of drowning in unrequited love, drowning in being controlled by so many people who claim to love Ophelia, that her sort of untimely ending is a bit of a manifestation of wanting to love so much and sort of meeting a lot of dead ends. But I guess also the flowers it's so a part of her story, especially towards the end, that I kind of saw her as a flower, her wilting in the gaze of Hamlet and the gaze of her mother, Polonia, even under the gaze of Claudius and Gertrude, that she's just kind of falling apart petal by petal, and I kind of wanted to really capture that. And this is sort of my manifestation of what I thought that looked like. So when I was commissioned by the Shakespeare Company and Hit and Myth Productions, something that's always been really, really important in the way that I illustrate is to always put sort of South Asian culture, and because I'm South Asian, and I think we need more representation, especially in art. So when we were in discussions, we'd always said that this is reimagining Shakespeare's ladies as South Asian. And so the title of the exhibit, of course, is Shakespeare's South Asian Ladies. And, really seeing ourselves as leading ladies and in leading roles, which is, come a long way in theater, but I think can continue to keep kind of pushing that envelope. And I'm hoping this exhibit is a really great visual representation of the direction we're heading in. I did know I was going to be cast in it because this show was actually supposed to happen in 2020, and world events kind of got in the way of that. But it was, I think we almost built the series as kind of an experiment, kind of what we had access to, which was social media. We were all kind of scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, and I think it was only later that we understood, like, oh, right, when we do the show, we should probably feature this thing that we all worked on together. I think there's always a kind of crossover when you're working in multiple mediums, like being a playwright, being a visual artist, being an actor, also being a choreographer and dancer. Like, I think those things all inform each other. Speaking sort of specifically about the illustrations, I'm always thinking about story. Like, even with Ophelia, I'm thinking about, not the moment after she's drowned, but what is happening in the process. What is the story of that? What flowers also help tell that story? Why is this person maybe looking directly at the viewer, like say with Kate over here? I think my sort of training, both as a playwright and as an actor as well, and again, dancer, choreographer, and all those things. I'm constantly thinking about what is the experience, but also what sort of lens are we getting into this person's world, and what are the sort of subtle shifts visually that help a story, but also help the viewer understand what's being said, what is in the subtle that we understand about this person, as opposed to something that AI art could just make easily, like in a couple of seconds. I think my best advice as someone who went through theater school as an actor is just everything that you love doing, do those things. Because trying to specialize, like if you want to make your life, you know, you want to work as a working artist, I think one of the greatest things you can do is do all of the things that you love and make a living at them, right? If for me, I haven't had to have a job because I have so many sort of mediumships that I work in, and so if I'm not employed as an actor, I'm employed as a playwright. Not employed as a playwright, I'm, you know, doing illustrations or working as a choreographer, working as a dramaturge, and I love this medium, of course, but I also love being an artist, and everything that I have done has all kind of come from a place of what is that? How can I understand that better? So genuinely, just follow your curiosity, and I think livelihood comes from that. I think pretty importantly, also passion comes from that.